We're going to go over 2011 free response question number 3, part A in this video. This part A asks us to implement the next tank to fill method, which essentially looks at an array list and identifies the lowest value in that array list of integers that's said to represent the fuel level. So you're supposed to identify the lowest value and the address of that lowest value, the index of that lowest value, then compare it to a threshold, and if the value is below the threshold, return that value, and else return the location of this filler robot, which is supposed to be representing like filling the tanks. So we need to remember a couple things as we iterate over the list. We need to remember the min tank index, like the location of the minimum tank, and we'll just start at the 0th element. And then we also need to remember what the level is there, so int min level. And we're going to set that equal to the value stored in index 0 of our array list. Now this is an array list problem, I'm sorry I should have said that, but there's this list of tank objects, fuel tank objects, and fuel tanks have an interface of methods that have been implemented for you to use. So tanks is the list. So we're gonna set it equal to tanks.get. Remember min tank index, and then we're going to get the fuel level, which is one of the tank's methods. So this will return to us the level of tank 0. So now we have somewhere to start, and we can start going down our list and comparing tanks to tank 0's level. Alright, so we have to set up a loop for int I equals 0, I is less than tanks.size. Now remember, with array lists you have to use .size to get at the length of the list. And then I++, because we just want to iterate down, and actually we should have set this equal to 1 because we want to start by comparing the first container to the 0th container. And then let's just continue here. We just need to check if tanks.getI .get fuel level is less than what we believe to be the current minimum level. We have found a tank that is less filled than our current tank value, so we need to remember where this tank is and what its fuel level is. Min level equals tanks dot get fuel level, and min tank index equals I. So we have now gone over the entire array list and identified the lowest tank in the array list and what its level is. We're not done yet though, because we have to check if that lowest level is below a threshold. So you can imagine maybe all the tanks are filled. You don't want to fill one if it's like filled plenty high, so then we don't want to fill anything. And in that case, we're told that the method should just return the location of the filler robot. So we just need to check if min level is less than or equal to the threshold. Then we want to return min tank index. Just tell whoever's using this method where that is. And if it's not below the threshold, else we just want to return filler, the name of our robot, filler.getCurrentLocation, which is a method in the fuel robot class that you need to be aware of. Okay, so that's it. You just identify, you kind of make some containers to store the information you need to do your job. So the index and the level. Iterate over the list, looking for the lowest fuel level and remembering where that tank is. And then finally, checking if the fuel level that you found if the lowest fuel level available is below the threshold, then you return the index of that tank, and else you return the location of our filler robot. All right, that's part 1 of question number 3.